Greetings, Malaysia and Finland and around the world. We are pleased to have with us Mr. Erik Valle, who stays in Utsjoki, a very remote part of Finland. In fact, you can walk over from this village to Norway. That's how close the two countries are. It's very cold right now over there. And of course, with snow, it's always the Christmas mood is lighting over there. And then Christmas is very much in the air. And we are going to talk about reindeer, which is necessary for Christmas. We're going to talk about snow. We're going to talk about the Aurora lighting, which many Malaysians and Asians love to see and to talk about. Now, with us today, of course, is Erik, who is a reindeer herder. He also helps in his family-run hotel, which I've stayed before, and it's really amazing. Now, welcome on board, Erik. We are pleased to have you with us to talk about the Christmas mood over in your place. Tell us about what the place has been like. Has the snow fallen? Has the reindeer starts to appear? Tell us more. Thank you.
Yeah, hello there. Yeah, we are now in a reindeer farm Valle, and here is a snow and 10 centimeters snow and -2 weather cold.
Okay.
And my reindeers are now eating the breakfast in my farm. There is now something 25 reindeers at the moment, more coming when the winter come more here.
Okay.
But yeah, we are doing well here. And
Erik, Erik, you know that we are always, for Asians, we're always fascinated by reindeer for Christmas. These reindeer, are they wild or are they sort of like raised in the farm?
The reindeers here in Utsjoki area are mostly white reindeers, and they don't actually see the humans, and they are very shy.
Yes.
But they also are in a springtime when we are carrying these reindeer herds, and we start herding the reindeers and feeding. Then they are mostly usual for the people, but most of the time in a year they are free and wild reindeers. So, and these reindeers what are in my farm, they are trained for the living here and serve the people. Like in the Sami culture has been the reindeers who is pulling the sleighs,
Okay.
or yeah, my home reindeers.
So these reindeer, when you say that they're in the wild, how do you sort of like get them and bring them to your place when you need them?
We are carrying these reindeers in the autumn time. We start capturing the reindeer with ATVs and helicopter. That we are bringing the big reindeer herd where can be over 10,000 reindeer to big fences. So we can bring the reindeers over there to my farm. Also, we are releasing the other reindeers, most of the reindeers, back to the wild that they can live over there.
I see. Now, is it correct that there are more reindeers than human beings in Finland? Is that correct?
No, it's not correct, but in Lapland, that's correct.
Oh, in
Finland, Lapland, yeah.
Okay.
We have in Finland, Lapland, we have a people lesser than the reindeers. We have a reindeers here, something 178,000, and people here is 172,000. If I am correct.
In Utsjoki?
In Utsjoki, we have 10,000 reindeer, over 10,000 reindeer, and people 1,200.
Oh, that's 10 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Apart from those that are wild, are there reindeers which are sort of like they are farmed and breed for food?
The reindeer farm reindeer, what I have here, they are not for the food. These are my friends and are living and for so long as they can. But what we have mostly in wild reindeers, they are for meat producing reindeer. Yeah, you know, they are for that we making the meat and food.
You know, Erik, that I didn't realize that the reindeers were very shy animal until I went to your place. I tried to pose for pictures with them to try to get near them and try to feed them, and they just walk away. Is that normal for reindeers?
Yeah, they are, when they are not hungry, they are not interested of your company. But when you have food and they are hungry, then they are your friend.
So, what kind of food should I feed them for them to get near me?
Best is the lichen.
Oh,
It's
okay.
moles. And then is the pellets, what we are producing, buying from factories. There is a lot of things, and the pellet are good. Also,
Okay.
they like bread.
Oh, like bread. Okay.
Yeah, bread.
What about those reindeer that carries the, what do you call it, the slide, for tourists to move around the snow? Are they trained so they could actually push the carriage or what?
Yeah, these who are pulling the sleighs, they are trained many years,
Oh,
and they are special reindeers and chosen for that. There is few reindeers who can make it like the pull the sleighs. It's not. If I take 20 reindeer to my farm, there is a few reindeer who can make it,
oh, I see.
and the others are too shy,
Okay.
not so clever, and they need to be calm and also strong reindeers.
How long does it take for you to train them?
At least 3 years, 5 years are maximum.
I see.
Then they are ready. Yeah.
What do you need to do to train them?
I need to feed them a lot, spend the time that they are not scaring me, and then I'm walking with them that they are. When I take the rope and tie them to the neck, and I try to walk with like a dog, but they are following me. I like to make it gently that they are not feeling bad. I give a food and they are happy. Then we walk and give another food. Then they are releasing that, okay, they get food, and when they are walking with me and spending a time.
Okay.
And then I start to wearing this, the harness, rigs, putting them on, and that's also very hard. But always need to be gentle for the reindeer. No pain, no anything else. That if you kick in the reindeer, they kick back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can't be aggressive reindeer. They need to be calm and trust people.
Okay.
So, and the sleigh pulling and everything, it's all train. Make it all time again, and so they are use it for that. It's a long process.
The sled pullers, are they mostly male reindeers?
Male reindeers are who is pulling the sleighs. Yes.
Okay. All right. And do you? You mentioned you have around 25 reindeers, right? 25.
Now it's 25 reindeers in my farm.
Okay.
It's there is female reindeers, there is a male reindeers, and there is a little reindeers also, and old reindeers. There is a different kind of reindeers.
Do you give them names, sir?
Yeah, there is a names for the reindeers who is pulling the sleighs.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Who has completed the training, they get name.
Okay. If they make it.
Yeah.
What do you call the growth on their head? What do you call it? What's the name for it?
Antler.
That's the antler, right? Okay. Right.
Antler. Yeah.
Once they are taken off, they can grow back naturally by itself, right?
Yeah. The antlers every year coming new ones.
Okay.
In springtime fall off, and summertime coming other new ones.
Okay. Do you have to remove them, or they fall it out themselves?
They drop themselves.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Naturally.
Okay. So those that I see them hanging on your hotel and on the walls. Those are natural antler that falls off.
Yeah, some horns we are cutting off, but mostly they are falling themselves.
Okay, all right.
I need to sometimes cut the antlers off when they are dangerous. Like in a September, the breeding time, they are pushing other reindeers and they are clumsy. It's better to save to take off. It's more better to train them. And some reindeers are falling these antlers earlier than others. Like male reindeers who are in a breeding time get the job done. Like in October and November, they are falling the antlers off.
Okay, all right.
And the female reindeers are keeping the antlers to the springtime, to the June, when the calf is born, coming the little reindeer. They need their antlers to protect the little calf. And after the calving, it's 2 weeks and the antlers are falling from the female also. It's first 2 weeks are dangerous for little calves, so they need antlers to push the predators.
Okay. What was the month you mentioned that the season when the antlers start falling out?
June.
Okay, so if I were to go to your place in June, I would have the opportunity to find this on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, and take home.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's good.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah. There is if you show it, it's a potent.
Yeah.
Potent medicine. The powder.
Okay, Erik, you know that when we mention about Christmas, is always we talk about snow, okay, and that Utsjoki had one of the best snowfall that I've experienced. I remember I spent December 24th on Christmas Eve at your place, and it was really an amazing experience because on December 24th, I think it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and that after the Christmas Eve dinner, I was told that I'll be able to see the Aurora rights appearing. At first, I was a bit skeptical. I thought that you asked us to finish the dinner early. I thought that you guys want to pack us off and celebrate your own Christmas Eve. I didn't believe that I will see the Aurora, but I saw the Aurora. That is fantastic. Okay, now what is the best time to actually see the Aurora? I mean, in terms of when will be the best chance to see Aurora appearing?
It depends the year, but October is my favorite time, and also the September, because then is the ground is dark. There is no snow in September, and October starts. Then it's so dark that the auroras, little auroras, also showing very bright from the sky. And of course, you need dry weather, no clouds, and one of the good season is January to see. Then we have very cold and dry. So it's making the possibility that we don't have a cloud and raining snow so much. Yeah.
So October is actually the best time.
Also. Yeah, January, October, autumn, all time.
Okay.
We have a very good chances. When in the summertime, then we have an all-time bright daylight. We don't have a sun go down in the summer. Then it's no see to auroras. You need dark and dry weather.
The only problem for most Asians is that they want to go in December because they want to see the snow, and that of course the chances will be less if it's snowing, right?
Yeah, in December is very good chance see it also, but it's not so good than in September. But I'm pretty sure 99% of people what are visiting in our hotel and they see the auroras.
Yeah. And I went to Finland in October once. I stayed in a different part. I saw the Aurora every night too, even though it was not winter yet. So you're right that October is also the best time to see the aurora.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you another questions because we have done through the reindeer, we have done the aurora. Of course, that there's no visit is accounted in Finland unless you have tried the huskies. Okay, now tell us more about the huskies and the husky rides.
Huskies are the dogs and sleigh dogs, and I don't actually know about so much the huskies, but what I can say, they are very noisy and speedful dogs, and they are pulling the sleighs through the snowy places very easily. They are very powerful, strong. They are trained for pull the sleighs also, and yeah, like I don't have a huskies in reindeer farm because huskies are not good friends for the reindeers.
Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
reindeers are scaring the huskies because they are like a wolf.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, but they are okay if they don't be so close.
I have two huskies in my house.
Ah, nice.
So they like to stay in the, because Malaysia is so hot, they like to stay in an air conditioned room, or the
Okay.
fan must be blown towards them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have a blue eyes?
The one that I had, at first they had blue eyes, but after 2 years, the eyes became gray color.
Yeah, good.
Okay, now
That's happy.
yes, the question of snow. Okay, I know people talk about climate change a lot. Snow has started to fall pretty late in many parts of Europe, including even Finland. I know that it almost doesn't rain in London. It almost doesn't snow in London anymore. Okay, and in many parts of the world, in the Western countries, there's little snow, and snow comes very late. Do you have this problem in Finland now?
No, actually, we have a normal winter,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a snow now here. Everywhere in Finland is raining snow.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but sometimes we have a different years and winters, and then the snow are not coming so surely.
Okay.
But sometimes it's gonna be November to snow everywhere in Finland, and in December everywhere. It's so depending the year,
Mm-hmm.
and the climate change are of course it's making the problems for this, that we don't have a snow in future maybe we don't know that, but if it's coming, I'm surely that we have in northern Lapland we have a snow
Yeah.
every winter, mostly 10 years, 20 years.
So it's minus 2 degrees Celsius now. At
Yeah,
what point it will go to minus 30? At what stage of the end of the year? At what point? December or January?
we had 2 years ago we have already minus 30 this time, but now we have a minus 20 has been the coldest day in this winter.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not so. It's warm now. It's very warm winter. Actually, you are right. It's warm. But
I mean, growing up in Finland for you, what have you experienced? Was the coldest winter? It was at what temperature?
minus 52.
Minus 52. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's very cold. I was going to school that time. My mother said, "Okay, you need to go to school." I walked to school, and the school door was closed. Nobody else was going to school, and I go back to my home, and I said my mother that the school is closed, that we don't have a free day. Okay, now let's make a homework here. Oh, I go to school.
You were the only one in school.
Yeah, I went to school when the mother said we go to cleaning the house and helping him with the homework. Yeah, but yeah, okay. The school was closed at that time.
Wow. And that for your, I mean, I'm sure that your parents would have also told you about their experiences. Minus 52. I mean, for me, from Asia, it's really mind blowing. But were there any other winters that were more colder than minus 52 for your parents or grandparents?
It's maybe my grandparents are seeing that mostly in a start of the 900th century. It
Mm-hmm.
has been 100 years ago. It
Yeah.
has been very cold winters,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it's it has
Mm.
been different winters. It's true that
Yes.
we don't have so cold winters anymore.
Mm. Okay. Eric, you're wearing this costume of yours. Um,
Yeah.
I did not. I wasn't aware of the Sami culture until I went to your place. Can you share with our followers here tonight about your culture, the Sami culture, and what is it?
Yeah, the Sami culture are in this area, which it's said in Northern Sami. We are Northern Sami people, and we speak language Northern Sami language.
Mhm.
And if you know that Finland, we have a three Sami culture at the moment, and two are healthy, and the last 130 are almost dead. The language.
Okay.
But we have still the speaking languages, three languages here. But common is the Northern Sami, and Inari Sami and Koltta Sami are the rarest. And the Sami people are usually here very tight, making together the things. They are reindeer herders, and they are fishers, and they are collecting. They are living from the nature. They are very knowing own environment here. And if you know that the Sami people was collectors and hunters and fishers and reindeer herders in old time before this modern life, when we get the schools and educations and jobs like you have there, we have computers, cars, roads, and that time it was people living from nature, and the Sami people are still like that old time. Their hobby are fishing, hunting, and they're collecting berries, mushrooms, and they are still there. One of the best income is the reindeer herding also, and like me, I'm reindeer herder, and we have many other Sami families who is still the reindeer herders, and we keep the culture alive that way, and the language is very important.
How similar are the Sami people from the Eskimos?
They are both are the native people, but the Eskimos are living in that area where is no reindeers, and they are not so similar.
Mm-hmm.
They are looking more Asian people,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, they don't have any similar things,
Mm-hmm.
but they are both native people and living from the nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the case of the Sami people, apart from those living in Finland, what other countries do you find these Sami people living?
The Sami people most in Finland are living in a, at the moment, if you didn't know, Helsinki, there is a
Helsinki.
lot of Sami peoples. But in here, Utsjoki, the most people in Utsjoki living people are Sami people at the moment.
Okay.
So we are living in north mostly.
Okay.
But the one biggest group what is living in city or village are the Helsinki. There is a lot of people now. They need education, and there is a lot good jobs over there. And there is also the Sami schools, and
Okay. All right.
yeah, they are taking care of the culture in that way there also. We are saying that city Sami.
So, Eric, when tourists comes to stay in your hotel, what
Yeah.
kind of shows do you do to promote the Sami culture to these foreign guests?
We are showing our culture, like we are wearing this, who is Sami people, we are wearing these clothes and showing them that we have a different kind of clothes, and we are telling about the culture, and we are telling in the Sami language some words what they want to hear them, and everything what we can to tell about the Sami culture we are telling. And if you're asking, we are also the answering how we can. And the food what we have in a hotel restaurant is also there is many kind of traditional Sami food.
Yes. And I think that I remember the Sami musicians and the folk songs that were performed by the Sami people. It was really very fascinated, and of course the costumes really nice.
Thank you.
Now, Erik, 2020 has been really a tough year for people in the tourism industry. Many travelers like me who would want to travel were not able to do so. And over in Malaysia, we are still struggling with the COVID-19 pandemic. What has it been like for you in Finland?
We have actually, in Finland, we are doing well. Our cases are not so big, and we are at the moment in problem. Of course, the economic is struggling, and tourism industry is not doing well. Many hotels are closed, many restaurants is closed, many safari offices are closed. Like me, I'm just traditionally now reindeer herding, and I don't have any reindeer safaris at the moment. So the whole winter is cancelled. So we have a problems here that and everywhere in the world we have that kind of problems that people are not traveling. But we are doing now here well, and we hope that the COVID is going off and people is staying healthy and safe.
For the case of Utsjoki, what's the percentage of people who are involved in the tourism trade?
I'm not sure, but many people here are living, more than half people are from tourism.
I see. Most of your travelers who stay at your hotel, most of them are from what countries?
They are from Europe, like Germans. They are Netherlands people. There is Malaysian people like you. They are from Singapore, everywhere. Mostly the Europe people has been here.
So for this December, what kind of reservations or hotel bookings are you having?
This year.
For December?
This December are totally empty.
Okay.
It's no clients coming because the COVID. There is some Finland people coming, you know, our
domestic
home people. They coming few, but it's not much.
I hope that for 2021, with the vaccine available now, we hope that we'll be able to travel. If it's not for the first half of next year, at least it'll be the second half of 2021. I think there's a lot of pent up feeling by travelers who can't really wait to travel. We're all getting very frustrated with the lockup.
Yeah, I hope that we get vaccines and 2021 that we are back to the normal. I'm hoping that, and I'm pretty sure that we are back to the normal. And we are wishing all people who is wanting come here. We are preparing that you coming here, and we have a good new things coming. I'm pretty sure that better programs, and we are preparing this winter to that 2021 is the best year ever.
Erik, I've never been to the Santa Claus town, okay? Because I like my travel to be in a very remote area, very dark, away from the towns, away from the lights. But you have a Santa Claus town in Finland, right?
Yeah.
What do you call it? I think it's called Rovaniemi, right?
Yeah, there is the Rovaniemi Arctic
Tell us
Circle.
about it.
Yeah, there is Rovaniemi. There is a big Christmas town where is home for the Santa Claus, and there is normally elves who is making the gifts for the and the Christmas father is taking the people and meeting you. Yeah.
How far is it from Utsjoki to Rovaniemi?
475 kilometers.
Wow, that's far. Okay.
Yeah, but it's by the car. It's 5.5 hours. It's not long way with time, but the distance here for you long. But it's by the car. Only 5 hours.
Okay. Erik. Every time we think of Utsjoki, for Asians, it's just winter. But of course, Utsjoki offer more than just winter season. You have very beautiful the summertime and the spring and the autumn. What are the other seasons like for travelers?
Yeah, the summer is very warm for me. It's a plus 15 averagely, the weather, and sometimes it's raining. And the summer is so different for that we don't have actually sun is not going down anytime. It's all time bright. And it's starting, the nightless night is starting in the May, and it's going to July, end of the July, that we don't have any time dark. And you can go fish by the night and you see in the day, like in the day.
So what kind of activities can travelers do at your place?
Fishing and hiking, collecting berries, mushrooms, but the mushrooms and berries are in the middle, summer, like in July and August and September, the best time. And the hiking and fishing is one of favorites here now. Also, you can rent a bike, or you can hire also our activities to go to the safari with the bikes to the fells, and there you can also if you're lucky, you can see the reindeers what we have over there in the fells.
Okay.
And we have in this area best mountain bike trails. And if you haven't heard about that, we have mosquitoes here. Of course, we have mosquitoes, but some places where you are guided, there is no mosquitoes at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of fishes can you get in your lake or river?
Wild salmon, Atlantic salmon, and biggest Atlantic salmon can, what I have heard about, is 40 kilo.
Oh.
And my grandfather had got 28 kilos wild salmon, and it's big. And my father has get 2 over 24 kilogram salmon.
So there's a river next to the hotel, right?
Yeah, just next to the hotel. You can go 15 meters from the restaurant and start to fish.
And we can take the fish back to the restaurant to cook it.
Yeah, and you can go and bring it for cooking.
Okay, tell me about the mushroom. I'm quite fascinated that one can actually do some hiking and pluck the mushroom. Are these mushrooms edible?
Yeah, they are very delicious food. Actually, not the red ones, but there is some very delicious mushrooms, and it tastes very good with reindeer meat or fish, and with salad.
Okay. And for autumn, would I be able to see the many colors of the trees, orange color, yellow color? Would that be the case in Utsjoki?
Yeah, we have good places where you can see there is a high fells and river valleys. And the river valley can be different kind of color. It can be red, yellow, green, and also purple. Not purple, but yeah, purple. Yeah. There is some kind of that many colors.
Okay. Erik, we are coming to the end of our chat. What's your Christmas and New Year resolution? What do you hope to achieve in 2021?
I hope that we are getting back to the normal, and I hope that we all people are doing good, and my and future gonna be that we have a more reindeer safaris.
Okay, Erik, I really can't wait to go back to Utsjoki again. And as we were talking just now, a lot of imaginations came to my mind. I was thinking of myself going to the river to fish, and walking in the snow. To my followers in Asia who are watching this program, I hope that you will make a trip to Utsjoki, because it's really a marvelous place. One is that it's very remote, it's very far away from the city, which means there'll be less light pollution. And if you go to a remote area like Utsjoki, you have very good chance of seeing the aurora. If you live near the city, there's just too much light, and you will have slimmer chances of seeing the aurora. So you have paid a lot of money from Asia, go to a place where the chances are very high. So Erik, I'm making this sales speech for you. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you very much, Erik. Thank you for joining us. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah, you too.
All right.
Take care.
And remember to join me again to like, follow, and share RealChunWai. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Good night.
Yeah.